Welcome to the Naomi Show.
Hi there and welcome to the show, and it's time for the girls to give guys advice on relationships. Now, it's very common for men to be blindsided when their girlfriend, partner or wife tells them they want to end the relationship. There are literally thousands of stories of men who say they never saw it coming and just can't understand what happened. Well, women often tell a different story, and today my panel are here to give guys advice on what they need to look out for, the signals they need to take notice of that may say their partner is getting ready to walk out. What do you think, Tiffany?
I think with communication being 55% body language, I think if you stop touching, if you withdraw from sex, if you stop wanting to be physically near them as far as your personal real estate, then I think that's the biggest clue. I think women are very touching. We express ourselves very much with our partners through touch. So I think if we start to shut down, I think that's the number one sign.
Yeah, withdrawing. You start to withdraw a bit. You become more nagging, perhaps. Even the fights become more. But just the withdrawal. You don't feel it. You can feel when someone's close to you and when they're not.
Well, see, and yet the men are saying, we never saw it coming.
See, I think withdrawing for me is much further down the track. I've been in a marriage that I couldn't stay in, and I talked about it very openly. I was very, very clear, but my partner didn't listen. He didn't want to listen and never thought that I'd go. And when the day came that I went, I'm leaving with child, he was absolutely stunned.
Yes.
But the fact was, I'd been telling him for a very long time, I need you, I need the support with the baby, I need your help, I need to communicate more. And he just chose not to listen. I think men should actually listen to women, find a way to learn to listen. They won't give you clues, they will tell you what's going on. And then finally we get to a point where we get shut down. And when a woman gets hurt or they get angry, they can't have sex.
Yes,
Our
right.
fear is very connected to our sexuality, unlike men. And so that's further down the track, is withdrawing sexually. And then it turns into resentment because you haven't listened. I am telling you, and that's when you can't touch me, and you're sleeping on other sides of the beds. And then that's when you just get to the point, I can't stay. Men have just literally got to read the signs, hear them.
Listen.
Because most women I know, I actually don't know anyone that suddenly just bails on a guy.
No.
That's exactly the story that I've been hearing from women in particular. They say, I can't tell you how many times I said to him, I'm sick of this, I need help with that, I want more of your time, I want more of this. Women will actually communicate it and say, I want, or can you help me? But this is the thing, is that men don't seem to be listening. So for men, look, if you do care for your partners and you do want to do something about it, these are some of the signs. These are some of the things women talk about, isn't it?
Well, I think if men don't listen, that's when a woman can become a nag, because they'll repeat it until they feel heard. So I think it's all about negotiating, and I think you've got to sit down. I'm really open to counselling. The older I've got and the more important relationships have become, especially when there's children involved, I do believe that if you can't negotiate your way through a relationship, bring in a third person if it means enough to you. But I certainly think that don't be afraid of listening, don't be afraid of what you're going to hear. I think men can shut down when they hear what they don't want to hear.
What does happen often is that guys see something going on, their gut tells them, we're not sleeping together anymore, she's not affectionate to me anymore, she doesn't seem to care when I go out or come home. But they don't want to address the issue because they're so scared this could be the end of it. The bottom line is it probably is coming to the end of it, and that's the time to actually step up and ask the questions. And most women are very open to that, aren't they? At first it might be, no, I'm fine. So they'll get a bit of that, but a little bit of digging will actually result in some real gems if men persevere. Do you agree? I think women, unless they've actually got to the point they don't care,
I think it shouldn't get to that point. I
no,
think if you really care
guys
for
have to
someone,
step in early to ask the questions.
You should be able to read what's going on. Yes, we have very busy lives, and yes, you can be so inundated with work and be having peaks and troughs and all sorts of things going on. But if your partner has shifted and they're having trouble, have the guts to say, is everything okay? But be ready to hear it.
Yes.
Be ready to take it on. Value the relationship. Don't let things get too far, because women, once they resent, it's very hard to come back.
And that, of course, is why they end up just walking out.
Yeah.
The guy doesn't realise she's picked up her coat in a bag, and he's like, well, Where's she gone?
I think guys just think that, you know, us nagging and talking and crying and stuff like that, they think it's just a girl thing. They start to think, oh, she's just being a woman. We're in a relationship. It happens, and they just don't realise that we're actually crying for a reason.
Yes,
we're doing
that's
it for a
exactly
reason. We're just complaining for no reason.
But on that, I think women need to learn how to deliver it properly. Not go in whinging and crying. Go in and sit them down and put out as well and say, I really need to talk to you. There's been this repetitive behaviour that's been really bothering me. Can we talk about it? And a guy needs to not say, oh, we'll deal with it later. Sit down. It'll take 5 minutes to heal a whole lot of things.
Do you think so, Tiff?
I agree. I agree about it's all about communication. It's all about listening. It's all about putting it out there and making yourself heard. And I absolutely agree that once you feel contempt for your partner, there's no way of going back. So you have to address these things before it breaks and it can't be healed again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen's the key.
Listening is the key. Yep. Well done. Thank you. Great advice. And remember, you can leave all your relationship questions for the girls, the guys, or our experts on the website at naomishow.com. And don't forget, you can also post your video questions and blogs about your dating and relationship experiences. We'd love to hear from you. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Your love life, let's talk about it at naomishow.com.